Hey, what's up guys? This is Alan over at Sonic Electronix. Today we got a 2007 Dodge Charger SRT8, and today we're going to be doing a few things to this. We're going to be doing a Clarion NX602 nav, a couple of Kicker ZX series amplifiers, along with some Alpine Type-R speakers, and a pre-built loaded Kicker double 12 CVR box. And to tie it all off, we're going to be doing a Viper remote start LCD alarm system. So check it out, let's get going. More to come. That wasn't even connected. So one thing I've been noticing as I've been taking apart this car is someone else has probably already been in here. There's already been some butt connectors on some of the wires. I know some of the screws weren't the right screws to go back in the door panels, and that's really one thing that's really important as you're doing your own car or working on a customer's car. Just really pay attention to where things go and how they go back together, so that way the customer can pick up the car and everything's rock solid like it was previously. So every door boot's a little bit different, but on this particular car here, we basically just went ahead and pulled back the rubber boot. And as you can see, there is a factory plug here, but right above it, there is this blank little empty space, and there really is nothing here or on the opposite side. So what we're gonna be able to do with that is drill a hole big enough for the wire that we're gonna run through into the door to not only go in the inside of the car and run to the amp, but inside the actual door as well. Now we have our new speaker wire that's running into the door. Now it's always a good idea when you're doing this to make sure you zip tie this up out of the way of the actual window motor or getting caught on anything. So you don't want the customer to leave and roll up his window and pull the wire off the speaker. So definitely want to make note of that. And the rest of it, I'm going to go ahead and feed right through this hole here. So every install is a little bit different. In this particular install, the customer actually went ahead and paid us to actually run new wiring through the whole car. Some people on certain installs will tie into the factory wires. Well, that's okay to a certain extent. It always is recommended to run new, aftermarket, thicker gauge cabling for your audio system. So that's what we're actually going to go ahead and do in this. We're going to bypass all the factory wiring that's in here for the factory audio system. We're going to run our own nice thick gauge speaker wire and power wire. It's what I do in my own car, and I always encourage people to do that.
Hey, this is Anthony from Sonic Electronix. I'm one of the installers here. Today what we're going to be doing is actually mounting the tweeter up onto the dash. It's a little bit smaller than the opening on the dash, so what we're going to do is take a back strap here, mount it to the back of it, and then go ahead and mount them into the vehicle so it sits flush with the factory one. Basically all I'm doing is just going ahead and putting the screw into the back. Once that's nice and tight in there, you can actually form it to the factory bracket. I've already measured the other one in there. Basically all I'm going to do is fold this one up, and that's basically going to be our mount to the dash. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and cut off the excess on here. Same to the other side. And there's your bracket.
That's your drop, dude. That sucks.
Would a real installer do that? No. You would have at least wrapped it around the steering wheel twice.
Hey, I had to cut it to length, buddy.
Okay, cool. Well, now that the speakers are all put in, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the wiring. So we're going to run all our power wire, run our speaker wires that we pulled through the door boot earlier, back to where the 4-channel amp is going to go, and we're going to run our power wire forward to the amplifier. The battery in this car is in the back. Most cars typically have it in the front under the hood. So it does make it a little bit easier in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we got all the wires ran where they need to go. The 4-channel kicker ZX amp is gonna go on the back of the seat here. And then the monoblock, which is gonna be running the woofers, is gonna go under the passenger side front seat. And all we gotta do is basically wire it all up and mount it, and then we should be able to see what it sounds like. Cool, so we pretty much got everything done. We got the front and rear speakers done, the 2 amps. Now we're just kind of buttoning up the dash. This is a Clarion NX602 nav, and that's AM, FM radio, CD, DVD, Bluetooth, navigation, fully loaded new unit by Clarion. And we also added, I don't know if we showed this earlier, the blend mount, which is a really cool mount that bolts to your rear view mirror, which allows you to suspend different radar detectors. This particular one we're using here is by Escort, and we ran the wire up, ran it down, hardwired it so everything turns off and on with the key. After this, we're pretty much going to start on the remote start alarm, and we'll be done, and we can call the customer and we can pick it up. Alright, cool. So we just finished the Charger SRT8. Just to kind of recap, we did a Clarion NX602 navigation, a set of Alpine Type-R components in the front, coaxials in the rear, ZX series kicker 4-channel and mono, and a preloaded kicker CVR double 12 box. So we'll have some links to the product that we use in this video. Check them out at sonicelectronix.com. Oh shit, I forgot to put the
Say again, what did you do?
I was going to back it out and I forgot to put the key in. Oops! It was already running.